In today's programmability demonstration, we will be talking about how to set up a hotline inside of the Vonage system, leveraging smart numbers, Node-RED, and Vonage API. We will not be discussing the actual configuration and setup of these prerequisites. Please refer to our prior videos on smart number setup or our Vonage documentation on our support page for those components. Let's take a quick look. Inside the admin dashboard UI for Vonage Business Communications, you will want to click on Business Apps and Smart Numbers. You can see here I already have a smart number set up with an associated phone number, and it is listed as active. Inside the system, I have my Vonage API identification, which comes directly from the Vonage API system, formerly known as Nexmo. Again, for additional documentation on how to configure smart numbers and the Vonage API ID, click on the link inside of this window and it will take you to the Vonage support documentation, walking you through how to do so. Inside of the Nexmo system, you can see I have my smart number application set up, and when I click on edit, I'm provided with all the information that I need as far as my event URL post, which is my listener, and my get command, which is the answer on how it processes that API information to present back to the end user. Again, you can go into the Nexmo system and sign up for a free account at any time and be provided with the documentation on the full list of APIs and their capabilities. VBC Smart Numbers is enabled, telling the system that I have an account with Smart Numbers so that I do not incur any additional usage charges from the Nexmo side of the fence. And this, again, is a monthly recurring charge on your Vonage account, so you should not incur any additional charges. Inside of Node-RED, I have my IVR that is configured. So let's take a look. Up across the top, I have a basic list set up in which I have my telephone numbers set up in a simple array. When a customer calls into the system, it will check these numbers and determine if they are on the list or not. If they are on the list, it will process on the VIP line. If they are not on the list, it will reroute those calls into the standard IVR. You can update this list and click the Update List button, and then you can process by getting the list to reload. So let's take a look at this more in depth. When the call comes into the system, the answer will send it to a switch, which checks against the VIP list, essentially asking, is the caller ID a match for this list? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, it will present a message to the customer, letting them know that they are identified as a VIP, and it will connect them over to a VBC extension, in this case 4701, and it will send the caller ID of the caller through to the VBC extension as well, so they know who they're talking to. And it will end the call. If they are not on the list, it will send them down to a standard IVR, which plays the basic greetings, gives them the options that they can select from, and wait for the customer to actually input what their tone is, whether it's 1 for sales, 2 for support, 3 for marketing. The next string actually listens for that DTMF tone, processes it down to the next step, which presents a switch saying if they press option 1, 2, 3, or 0, I want it to do a certain task, sending it through to support or sales or the operator. Based off the tone that it hears, it will again process the call from sales, confirm that it's sending the call to sales, and send the call to the VBC call group or call queue for sales. This has been a basic call flow setup for Node-RED, VBC, and smart numbers.